Hello, my name is Anna Coeens, and today I'm going to be talking about empathy, how it showed up in the Bible, how it's shown up in my own life, the neuroscience behind empathy, and just applying what I've learned these past 6 weeks in this course. Empathy in the Bible. I was actually surprised at how much empathy shows up in the Bible and what I could find with seeing what empathy is like in the Bible. So here are just a couple of examples. The first one, Matthew 5:38 through 42, says this: "You have heard it was said, eye for eye and tooth for tooth. But I tell you, do not resist an evil person. If anyone slaps you on the right cheek, turn the other cheek also. And if anyone wants to sue you and take your shirt, hand over your coat as well. If anyone forces you to go 1 mile, go with them 2 miles. Give to the one who asks you, and do not turn away from the one who wants to borrow from you." This, I feel, is a very amazing verse just because it's talking about like going that extra mile and showing that empathy that I believe that we should show to other believers, other non-believers. It just talks about it, as it says, if one person wants to go 1 mile, you go the extra mile, or you turn the other cheek when someone is being not nice to you. And I think that relates to empathy because it just shows you going and thinking in the other person's shoes and showing them kindness and putting off yourself, like what you want and what you think that you should do, and showing them empathy. There are many examples I put on the slide, but I'm just going to go through a few. There's also the story of the Good Samaritan, which is empathy shown in itself, as well as the woman at the well. Ephesians 4:32 also, I believe, is a good example of this, of empathy as well. I just have to find it here. Ephesians 4:32. "Be kind and compassionate to one another, forgiving each other just as Christ God forgave you." It's a very short and simple verse, but it talks about compassion, but it also just shows that you need to forgive people and you need to be kind to others and show them empathy, basically, just as it says, just as Christ God forgave us. I believe that Christ has shown empathy to us, and so we need to do the same. Finally, Romans 12:15. "Rejoice with those who rejoice, mourn with those who mourn." Another very simple verse, but I believe empathy is the foundation in that verse because it shows, it says rejoice with those who rejoice, which is feeling what others are feeling, and mourn with those who mourn, and showing them grace and showing them the love of Christ and putting yourself in their shoes and showing them empathy. So those are just a few examples. In the Bible, there are examples of great empathy and examples of not so great empathy. The first one where it shows great empathy is John 11:33 through 35, and this is where Lazarus goes and dies and Jesus finds out and he wept. And I think that's really significant because it shows that Jesus had real emotions and he wept with the believers and he wept about his friend and felt sadness, and he wept with those who were also weeping about Lazarus. And I feel that that shows great empathy because that is what empathy is sitting with other people and feeling what they're feeling and being with them and supporting them through hard times and good times. Lack of empathy. In Job 11, it talks about Zophar, and he's talking to Job and he is saying like Job deserves worse, and he's very much so like shaming Job, and it's very he's talking to Job in not an empathetic way, and I feel that that is a good example of the lack of empathy that can be shown in the Bible also. And then Mark 3:20 through 34, is just his family and his teachers of the law are not showing Jesus empathy, and they're kind of ridiculing him and just not showing kindness and calling him silly, or what, I forget the words that is used in this verse, but it's not showing empathy to Jesus by his loved ones. A specific biblical event, I chose Jesus feed the 5,000. This event is very significant. I grew up learning about it in Sunday school, and it's very known throughout the world, and it's the one where there's 5 loaves and 2 fish and 5,000 or more people, and Jesus is able to recognize the hunger and the need for food, and he goes and he provides for these people, and that is amazing, and that's empathy, I believe, because he sees the needs and he cares for them, and he shows that through his actions, which also empathy can be shown through actions, and I believe that's just so significant and very amazing event. My faith journey in empathy, I grew up a Christian, and so grew up knowing about Jesus, and I believe that really helped me to form my own empathetic journey. And recently, as going to college in the last couple years, I have really had faith be my own now recently, because I have not been under my parents' roof, and it's been something I needed to choose. And so I believe that by learning more about Jesus and seeing how he has been empathetic to other people in his stories and in his life, it has helped me be more empathetic, because I strive every day and want to strive every day to be more like Jesus. And so that has really helped me with my faith and empathy. It also just gives me a good reason behind showing empathy, is just because I have faith, and because we are called to love everyone around us, love our neighbors as ourselves. And yeah, I believe they go hand in hand, and it has really impacted my empathy journey. Finally, neuroscience and empathy. I think this is really interesting. As I was reading about it, in the book that is referenced here, it talks about a shared feeling or emotional resonance, which it may not be conscious, which I thought is interesting. Empathy is something that you can do, and you don't have to realize that you're doing it, which is very amazing. And part of the neuroscience of it talks about the inferior parietal lobe, which is associated with multisensory integration, and this is like understanding other people's actions as well as their mental states, and so understanding your own actions and your own mental state as well as others. And so that is a part of empathy, is you have to realize what others are going through and realize their pain and suffering or rejoicing. Also, mirror neurons fire when observing facial expressions or doing different facial expressions, which is very interesting. I believe that this impacts empathy as well, because to observe another person's facial expressions can help you empathize with another person, because it can help you kind of see what they're feeling or see what they're going through. So all very interesting things. And these are my references. Thank you so much.